Hello! Let's have a look at Invisible Ink. I got this game just yesterday. It's on early access, as you can see. The next build is out in 5 days from recording now. This is version 19.08.14. So this is very much unfinished still, but it's very playable. It's just missing some stuff. I saw this game was on early access and I watched the trailer and I almost instantly wanted it, because what this game looks like is... what if XCOM was a stealth game with some roguelike-like elements, sort of like FTL-ish? And that's what this game is. And made by Klei, the people behind games such as Shank, Mark of the Ninja, and Don't Starve. Mark of the Ninja being my favorite stealth game. This, I knew instantly that I wanted to at least try this, so I got it, because it's $16 right now while it's on early access. So I'm just gonna dive right in and try to explain a little bit about this game. That's primarily why I'm doing this. I want to explain the game and, you know, show don't tell. So currently there's 4 agents to pick from. You get a team of 2 to start with and some stuff down here. I'm not gonna dwell on this because they're gonna add more of this stuff anyway. Framework is, you have 72 hours to prepare for a final mission. I think she's even gonna say that as much.
Welcome back, Operator. Incognito's picking up some strange patterns in the global market. We don't know what it all means yet, but it's accelerating. We should prepare for a major action in the coming days. This won't be easy. Our resources are stretched thin. I've lined up some lucrative contracts and targets of opportunity that we can exploit to better our position. I'll let you choose the missions as you see fit, but be careful. We can't afford another setback right now.
So that's the basic framework. You get to pick between some missions. As you can see, if I click on one, there's a travel time from where you are to where the mission is. You can see, you know, it measures. That's 11 hours, and that's going to be 14 hours. 15 hours. So basically, if you just pick the missions that are farthest away, you can do like 4 of them, and then time's up and there's a final mission. But I've never survived more than 2 missions, so that hasn't been a problem yet. So you get to pick your mission. It's a little bit XCOM-y in the way you have like the world map and timer and missions and stuff. I actually liken the actual framework of the game a lot to FTL, and you'll see why in a bit. Let's just start here. This is a close mission. It's in Reykjavik, and the security level is guarded, which is the lowest one. It's a nanofab stuff. I don't want to do the nanofab thing. Nanofabs means that you can buy stuff if you have money, or you can sell stuff if you have stuff, and I don't really have money or stuff because this is going to be the first mission. Information. Find more points of attack. Let's do that.
Operator, we found a useful vulnerability. The satellite network has no visibility in this sector. There's no contract here. We're simply taking what's theirs. Keep a low profile, and this should be profitable.
So all of the missions are a little bit randomly generated, and that includes this briefing part. You can see it's very clearly in 3 segments, and you know, it's kind of the game picks and chooses depending on what the mission is going to be, what she tells you to do. It's not really that important as long as you know what you're getting yourself into. So this is what the actual game looks like. And that is a very good point. Agents is good but not bulletproof. Get as much as you can, then get out of here. That's what I mean with the FTL comparisons, because if you played FTL, then you know, then you have the system, or the sector map, or whatever they call it. You jump between planets, but you have a limited amount of time. To maximize profits, you want to jump around as much as possible. I'm just going to do that. I'll explain what I'm doing later. But the more you jump around, the bigger the chances that something terrible is going to happen. So you have to balance, how long am I willing to stay here to maximize profits, and when should I just bail? That feels a lot like FTL. Now as for this game, because this is not FTL, as you can see, it's... if you played XCOM or watched any XCOM, then it should be extremely familiar to that. You have your squad, in which, in this case, it's 2 people. Each one has their own inventory and some actions they can do. It's turn-based. You can see they have a amount of action points above their head, and as I line up actions, you can see how many AP they're gonna have remaining after I do them. And that's it. And watch what happens now. When I end my turn, the alarm increases by 1/5. I also get a power chip. I'll explain the power when I get to hacking. This console... no, this is a nanofabricator. Look, it's a shop! It's the thing I didn't want from the other mission. Well, let's get him up here. Now, there's gonna be guards and cameras and stuff. Cameras aren't so dangerous, but guards, if they see you... here's a console that I can hack for power. Boop. If you've messed up enough to be in the line of sight of a guard during the enemy's turn, your agent is dead, and there's not going to be anything you can do about that. Now you saw me grabbing some power from that console as well from this one. You can see the power up here. I have 17 out of 20. 20 is the maximum I can have. Power fuels my hacking. It mash the spacebar and go into this incognita mode, which is apparently the computer system or whatever. In here you can see things that are hackable, they're red, and there's a number. In this case, you can see up here, cost 2 power, break 1 firewall. The number here is a firewall. If I want to acquire this thing, I need to break the firewall, and that will cost me 2 power. Simple. So I'll do that. And now I can use that nano fabricator, which is a shop. I can't use it from there because diagonals do not count as being in the vicinity. So here's the thing, each tick up of a level, it's only incrementing, you know, in 5th right now, but once that reaches 1, something bad's gonna happen. Let's see what the shop has. Here's some augments, you can see a light cyberpunk theme in this game. You can definitely tell with the interface that it's cyberpunky. Killing adds 3 action points, that's really good. But I don't kill, so you'll see why in a moment. I'll explain all that. Pistols kill, I don't kill. Ooh. Oh wow! It's a firewall breaker with a cooldown. I've never seen this before. That could be really good if I run low on power. On the other hand, medgels revive teammates. I have run into a situation where I've lost because I ran out of power, so this would not be a terrible investment. But it's all of my money for something that has a... I don't know. Let's just buy a medgel. I'm gonna need that. So the what the hell's it called? The modus operandi is, I think, what I was trying to say. Sneak up the doors, peek through them, because if there's something in there, it's not gonna see you if you're just peeking. You can also see here it's pretty good shorthand. By the way, this gal, her special ability is that she can hack things from a distance, so I can just do that and get the power without having to enter the room. I'm still going to enter the room, but it doesn't cost anything for me to do that, so whatever. Icons that are yellow are free to use. You can use them however much you want. Icons that are blue cost AP to use. Good shorthand there. So let's have a look. Nothing in there, so I'm gonna hop in. There's a camera, but it's not activated. This room's empty anyway. No need to be there. Get him out of here. She has 2 AP left. So I'm actually going to do this. Since I saw the camera through her peeking, I can now access it. So I just hacked that for 2 power. Done. And that camera was not the only thing in the room. There's still a line of sight here. You can see it says very clearly, like, watched. This location is watched by the enemy. Don't go there. Because if you end your turn there, they're probably dead, depending on what the enemy happens to be. I'm just going to end the turn. And here's the thing that makes this game so goddamn tense, because you want to take your time. I can see now that that didn't move, so if it's a guard, he's completely stationary. Which means I'm gonna have to take some risks to get into that room. I'll start with Deckard here. Nice reference, by the way, with the name. Another camera. Let's just pop into Incognita, hack that. Still got plenty of power. I have this ability up here, the power drip, which is one of the things that I could have selected a different thing at the start, but I don't want to. Generate 1 power point per turn. Power point? Do they have to call it that? PowerPoint. Anyway, without that, I would run out of power way too quickly for my own liking, because I hack a lot of stuff. I'm getting the feeling, since you have the ability to trade that away from something else, that maybe there are ways to play this game that don't rely as much on the hacking, but I haven't found it yet. So I'm gonna be a little bit sneaky. Open the door. There's an enemy there. However, he's covered by a laser. So he's not gonna be able to go through there, because he's not gonna disable the security systems to go check this out. Now the question is, if I hack the laser, it's going to cost me 4, which is quite a lot of power depending on how much more I'm going to hack. If I disable the laser, he's going to come over here and I can take him down, that's no problem. Question is there any other way into or out of that room? Let's have her move over here and check this room out. Yes, there is in fact. That has to connect to that room. If he's going to check that out, then he's going to take he's going to go through this way if he knows that he can, that is, if the AI is that smart. She has 4 AP left. Let's move her here. Oh, I can hack that. Remote hacking is fun. One of the actions, 2 of the actions you have are basically the Overwatch equivalent for XCOM. One is even called Overwatch, which is if you enter that and enemies move in his line of sight, his or her line of sight, they will shoot. Melee reaction is the same thing. If something moves within 1 square during the enemy turn, you will take them down. So I'm gonna put her on that and leave her there for now, in case that enemy walks through. He did not, he's stationary. Okay, so alarm hit level 1, additional cameras are activated. That will include this one up here. It will also include these 2, so I'm gonna hack these right away, because this room I'm going to move through. I already know that. Then enemy wants to... You can see the question mark here, by the way. The game is really good with this, just much like how Mark of the Ninja was so good, partially because it gave so much information to the player. This game has a similar mindset going, where you're allowed to know a lot more about the enemy than most games are willing to let you know. You can see it's a question mark. You mouse over it. It says security is curious about this location. Usually that means they're gonna go over there to check it out. And that means you can make informed decisions. Here's another thing. If I wanted to, I could spend 1 AP, icons blue, which means you can spend AP, to predict the guard's movements. Again, you can... something other games would probably not be willing to let you do that much, but, you know, Klei have mastered this whole stealth thing, apparently. I know for a fact, as he's still standing there, even though his interest is over there, he's not gonna move. But so I don't have to waste my AP, but there's not really anything else I want to use the AP for, but I'm gonna put her in melee reaction again, just in case he decides to move for some reason. He shouldn't, I can tell you that much. This room's safe, so Deckard will go through here and peek. These double red doors are points where security can come from. When it hits alarm level 2, for instance, a guard will spawn, and he has a chance to spawn in one of the red closets there. End the turn. There. So those rings, that's a typical... Oh, to be fair, XCOM does that too, but the fact that you can see these arrows is very much a mark of the ninja style thing, where the game is not allowed to show you that, hey, there was a guard here. Your character was close enough to perceive a guard moving past here. So now I know that. Or it doesn't necessarily have to be a guard, but I've yet to meet something that walks that is not a guard. So, let's see. I should be fine if I just do that. Yeah, this room's pretty much empty. It's not taking any risks though. Nope, there's nothing here. Stuff to hack. These are both safes, I can tell by looking at them. Corporate safe, yep. Sneak up to one of them and grab whatever's inside. Bunch of money, good stuff. Now, I don't know where this guard's gonna go, but they don't tend to move through... Like I said, this guy's not gonna move through the lasers, because they don't disable security systems to move around. That would be a stupid thing to do. So I can pretty much trust that no guard's gonna walk through this red door. It's locked for a reason. Now, misconception I've seen other people do about this game. You don't have to be behind a guard to take him out, even on your own turn. This guy is not gonna notice me. You can see he's facing this way. This is where his cone of vision is. They have no... Okay, I've seen guards that actually have wider peripheral vision, but you can see it so clearly that this is where he's looking. If I walk through this door, he's not gonna notice. No fear at all. I know enough about the enemy, just like in Mark of the Ninja. I can tell what my actions are gonna do before I do them. That's what lets me make informed decisions. No guesswork in this game once you start to learn how the enemies behave. And that's kind of the point. It's very tactical because of how much you know about the enemy. Knock at the target for 2 turns. It will put my Untitled Chapter on cooldown though. You don't have a default knockdown function. I have to think a little bit about this too, because there was a guard here. What if he's walking through this door next turn? How much AP do I have? I have 6 AP. If I take this guy down, and that guard goes through the door, she's not going to be able to do anything for another 3 turns, because her only attack is going to be on cooldown. That is a very bad thing. So I have to actually take a moment here to think, do I want to risk that happening? No, I don't. I'm actually gonna slip right past through here. I'm gonna peek. The guard is standing right there. I don't think he's gonna walk through this door, but I'll put him in reaction mode. See what happens. The guard walked back, as I thought. He's patrolling a corridor right there. He probably is visible through this door right now. He would be, if I hack this camera. No, he's not, because he's behind the desk. That's a bit of a little silly thing. This game's line of sight system is kind of weird, because obviously that camera should be able to see over this desk, but it's a purely 2-dimensional game gameplay-wise, so it doesn't actually let you... Like, anything that your characters can take cover behind. Ooh, corporate intelligence is worth a lot of cash. I will take that gladly. If I had a key card, I would be able to open this red door. I don't have a key card. That guard, or this guard, probably has one. So now it's time for International to do her thing. What a weird name. Slip up there. Zap him. I did not... That was the Overwatch mode. I meant to click this. Nice, smooth Klei style animation. He very accurately has a pass card. Here's a problem. He's gonna be knocked down for 2 turns. Here's a cool thing. By the way, here's another cool thing. See, the security guard has a cooldown. Has a heart monitor. It says the alarm is increased if this unit dies. That is why I don't kill people in this game. Even you have a choice. One of the characters that you can unlock to choose as a starting agent has a rifle, which is very useful, but you kill someone, this damn thing goes up 2 notches automatically. You end the turn, it goes up 1 more automatically, so it's like, whoa! And at level 2, another guard is gonna spawn, so that's like very counteractive, for the most part. As long as a character is crouched over a guard like this, knockout cooldown does not decrease. I don't remember how I learned that, but it's something the game told me. I think one of the first times I took down an enemy. It was very nice and informing me that, hey, you do that, the enemy's not going to be able to wake up as long as you're pinning him. That's what the stage is called, pinned. I'm going to end this turn, because Deckard can't do anything. She has a key card. Although she's not really going to be able to get through here without taking out that guy. She's not going to be able to take out that guy for another 2 turns. That is a lot of time wasted. Those 2 turns, another enemy's gonna spawn. Probably in this room. So I'm gonna just move Deckard away from here. He's gonna have to explore somewhere else. I'm thinking I should probably check this door over here. That's the only door, right? Sometimes I like to hop into incognito just to look, because the doors are marked in yellow, so I can see them a little bit easier. There's a door there, there's the elevator, there's a door. Yeah. I could move both of them there. I don't think I'm going to do enough hacking in this level to need this. I'm going to spend 4 power to hack that laser. She is going to slip... Ooh, am I going to... Now I'm just going to slip through here with her. Use my last AP to peek. There's some data. That's what we're here for. Going to end the turn. It's cool. Knockout counter is going to lower by 1. There's an additional guard that I have not been aware of until now, because I haven't been close enough to hear him or perceive him. What I kind of want to do is give Deckard the key card and then have him do something else. That guy's going to wake up in a turn, though. This is a little bit like playing chess or something. There's just having to just stop and think, like, where am I going to be in the next turn? Where am I going to be in 2 turns? Where's this guy going to be in 2 turns? Well, since there's a 1 over his head, he's going to wake up next turn. The turn after that, he's actually going to spend examining the very spot that he's standing. So he's going to be harmless for 1 turn after he wakes up too. He will be awake, but he's not going to move around. That's something you can learn by observing these guys. Just like in Mark of the Ninja, very simple to learn enemy movements, which is, again, what lets you make these informed decisions. I'm actually going to do this. She's going to run back here to prevent him from waking up. I'm going to give it 1 more turn. An enemy's going to spawn. Oh no, I'm wrong. It's at level 2 that the enemies spawn, or that they summon more guards. Firewalls increase by 1 at level 2, so that's not so bad. Deckard is going to run down here. There, National. He's going to give the key card to him. I'm not sure why I chose to do that, but that's the way I'm doing it for now. Let me think, what am I doing? I actually kind of want to be hurt. I want her to be over there. But then I need him to take the guard out. If she's over there and he's over here. I already wasted all of his AP, I can't put him on the guard. Wait, her cooldown's done by now too. That's kind of silly. I've just been wasting all this time trying to get him around to prevent wasting time, and... yeah. Let's see what happens if I open this... Ooh, he's gonna wake up next turn. Well, I already moved her away from there, so there's nothing I can do. Let's see what happens if I open this... Nah, I don't dare to do that. Okay, let's just... I shouldn't have let him wake up. What am I doing? Why did I move away from him so far? If I had 1 more AP... Ah, whatever. I can make a scan. No, nothing to hack there. I'll just stand there and melee, I suppose. Let's see what happens. I don't know how this guy's gonna behave exactly right now. He's gonna wake up, but then what? Is he gonna see someone? Is it gonna kill me? No. It did not. She technically is within his periphery. But I think since she's not moving or anything, is she still counts as being hidden? I'm not sure about that, actually. You can see the cone is like full there and like out, yeah, not quite full out there in the periphery. Which means that if you move in the, it even tells you noticed by the enemy versus watched by the enemy. If you move through an area where they're noticed, they won't immediately be spotted, but the enemy will move toward where they next saw something. where they last saw something, rather. Okay, I have enough stuff. I know that there's nothing in this room, so I'm just gonna run right in there. I could wait here, or I can move closer. I'm just gonna put her here and wait. Put her in melee reaction. She's gonna have enough space and time to move around now. I don't know why I gave her the key card, because there's nothing... I have no reason to open that door. Maybe there's other doors there, though. I don't know. So let's take Deckard. Let's move him over here. That guy's gonna be down for 2 turns. Let's peek again. The guard is still there. Is he stationary? No, he's not. I know he's not, because I was spawn walking there last time. I should be able to hide behind these desks. Again, anything you can't move through, you also can't see through. Desks, these glass panels, all count as obstacles. Even if enemies are standing behind a desk, there's fog of war, so you can't see. I don't think you can see behind the desk. I think that's what happened here. This camera should have been able to see that guy. But I think the desk was blocking it. I'm not entirely sure, actually. I'm not gonna... Maybe the cameras just have limited range. I'm not gonna try to... That's more likely to be actually arranged. I don't know. I don't know. Still stuff I don't know about this game. Tigger's gonna move on here. He's gonna hide behind this desk. He's invisible. Trust me. It's just one of those things you have to trust the game. You can see if you mouse over, you can see like little shields with eyes on them, like in XCOM, that told you if you're gonna be behind cover in a place. You can see if your guy's gonna be hidden in a place. This guy's hidden from the front and back. There. Oh. Yeah, that guy walked through and she tased him, and I missed it. But we knew that was gonna happen, right? Oh wait, I gave Decker the pass. I am so scattered-brained. Well, okay, I don't think there's gonna be anything in here, but I'm gonna take a peek. Ooh, I was wrong. Console database, which if hacked will reveal all of the consoles on the map to me. I don't really need consoles, so I'm gonna sneak her over here. I'm gonna peek through here. I'm gonna walk through here. I'm gonna close that door. Here's the safe, so I'm gonna grab that next turn. I'll hack it now, though. I only have 8. Yeah, I only have 8 power left. You can see now that cost 4 because each firewall, or it had 2 firewalls instead of 1, which doubled the cost as far as I'm concerned. There's a guy standing here. I know he's standing there because Deckard here heard him walk through saw him walk through the door, and then he heard him stop. Actually, the arrow's pointing this way. No, this is the last seen location. That's what that is. The red outline is the last seen location. My bad. Now I know. He walked here because I can see the little yellow arrows there. I know for a fact next turn he's gonna come back in here. Do I have to hack that? Yeah, I do. Ooh, that's expensive. So if I put him here, I have 3 AP left. That'll do. Because then I can hack this. Side plans, huh? Wait, why can't I, You're supposed to be able to, screw it, I don't need the pass card. I'm gonna do this. You're supposed to be able to upgrade their inventory. I guess you can't do it while you're looting, which is weird, because I thought that's exactly when you can do it. Ah, whatever. Early access product, I've played it once before, so I don't know anything about it. I will drop the card, though, so I can grab it. Okay, now I can upgrade my inventory. That's a bit weird, that's probably a bug. Hey, Klei, look, I found a bug, I think. Unless this is unexplained, in which case, please explain it to me. But I'm pretty sure that was a bug. Whenever you're looting, you're supposed to be able to spend money to upgrade your inventory in case there's something you absolutely need. I have 3 AP left. Move him there. His disruptor is on cooldown. He will hide the hell behind here. It looks like he's leaning toward that, but trust me. Trust the interface. He's hidden from this angle. I think... Oh, he's probably gonna get spotted, isn't he? You know what I can do? I can activate this. He has a cloaking rig. Renders the user invisible for a turn. I've never had to use this before, so I'm gonna try it now. Because I'm not sure how this would work out otherwise. I'm actually not sure about the line of sight here. I think the guard would not see him, honestly. This guy is now awake. Again, interface, very useful. The exclamation mark means that... Exclamation mark? Yeah, exactly. Means that an enemy is gonna be... The next turn, an enemy is gonna focus on that place, which is what this guy is doing right now. Got some cash there. Elevator, by the way, I didn't explain. This is how you exit the level when you're done. Where did I leave the other guy? He's out here, right? He should be knocked out still, right? I'm actually gonna leave International in here, so she can peek and have a look out. She can't really do much anyway. There's probably more stuff to be had out there, but I'm not gonna chance it. I am going to take Deckard, move him over there. He should be behind that wall. He's not behind the wall. I moved him one step too far. My bad. That was just me being stupid. Of course, that's where whatever. He's still safe. Next turn, this guy is going to watch this location. Trust me.
Just get in here. Stop
Oh crap. Okay, so they look around even when they're... Okay, now I learned that. It's okay, because I clicked it away so you couldn't see it, but... When an enemy is overwatching your dude, if you're one tile away from cover, you can slip away. So he's safe now. He's good. This enemy knows where it is, so he's gonna come after him, but his cooldown just refreshed. I should have closed that door. I actually still have time to close the door. If I really want to, I can still close that door. Can I close that door? I think I can. Oh, I accidentally. I clicked the wrong button. It's okay. Okay. If I slip over here, close that, just so this guy doesn't get any ideas. He's not gonna. I know for a fact he's not gonna, but sometimes I know things for a fact and I'm wrong. Where's this guy facing? That guy facing this direction. She can sleep up and zap him. Next turn, that guy's gonna walk over there and get zapped, and then we're out here. Oh my. Yeah, that happened just as planned, of course, because I planned it that way. Deckard is gonna book it over here. A guard is apparently going to investigate here. That's the guard that would have just been summoned, because there are no other guards that have alarmed. Again, you can see, there's a guard on the way here. This game is so nice. Close that door. He's not going to have enough movement to get all the way there in one turn, so Deckard should be safe even though he's standing right there out in the open. You can choose to send the elevator away. Oh wow, oh right, he's not going to open the locked door, he's going to go all the way around. I can see him now because I hacked these cameras. I'll even go as far as to observe him, just so you can see what it's like. Here we can see exactly the path he's going to take, based on spending one action point to observe his actions in the cameras. So I can't see what he's going to do here because I don't have any line of sight. So I can only see up to there. Or actually, I don't think it's line of sight. I think it's just that's how far he's going to get in one turn. Yeah, that's it. He's not going to get further than that. He's going to need like 2 turns to get down here. So let's just leave. Book it. That was our first mission. And oh god, I almost screwed up like 4 times there. I like that it tells you the map exploration, because 94% means this room over here was probably just one room, probably wasn't anything of value in it. So let's go. Between the missions, you can choose to upgrade your dudes. You can see they have sort of stats. The stats is kind of a wrong word, because that's not really what they are. They're not character statistics, it's just levels of things that have different effects. Higher the stealth, you can move faster. Higher the hacking, you can hack more stuff. Higher the inventory, well, more inventory slots. And there's Anarchy, which steals from knockout guards, steal from behind, and steal more credits. There are also items, I've noticed, that require certain stats to be at certain levels. Like there's an advanced hacking thing that requires hacking level 2. There's I found a stealth rig that requires like stealth level 4. Like, whoop, okay then, I'm not gonna have that. So yeah, I usually upgrade the inventory of them both at least once. I don't have enough money to get the inventory and something else that I want though, because I usually want to have her stealth higher too, because it adds +1 movement per turn, which is very useful to be able to move around more. Of course, if I run into a guard and I'm just gonna do that. Because now, even though I'm $30 short, if I run into a guard and stun him and he has something I want, he's probably gonna be carrying credits, which gives me enough to upgrade her inventory as well.